good morning. Costa del Lockdown, walk and talk, you lucky things. As always, I'd appreciate a like down the bottom. It helps me out greatly. So yeah, just drop us a like in, a love in, or a thumbs up or a smiley face in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. I've just been to the shop actually. Tesco's around the corner from me, speaking about that, and actually it was quiet, plenty of stuff there. So yeah, we're starting to see the green shoots of recovery by the looks of it. Okay, and as always, if you are a woman aged between 30 and 50 and you want to jump on our next free virtual bootcamp, free trial, 7-day pass to our bootcamp, 10 workouts, plus some additional weight loss tools, how to set effective weight loss goals you can actually achieve. All you need to do, comment with free trial down below and I'll send you the details. Right, so advice for your younger self. So I was on the old Facebook the other day and I saw a post that asked that question: what advice would you give your younger self? Now, the guy who posted it was one of these sort of motivational speaker types. So he obviously had all these people who follow him who started commenting and saying, I would tell myself that I'm enough, and all that sort of, you know, woo-woo stuff, which is great, but it doesn't actually tell you anything because it's not specific enough. So it's like, you know, tell yourself, what advice would you give your younger self? Believe in yourself. It's not specific. So you're not going to be able to do anything with it because it's not specific. So for me, believe in yourself is not effective advice. So I commented and said, what advice would you give your younger self? And I said, save some fucking money, because that's what I would say. Now, I'm quite fortunate in the respect that I haven't got many regrets. In fact, I haven't got any regrets because there was only one actually that was a close one. But it ended up not being a regret in the end, which was not being able to see my mum before she died, and I did. So I haven't actually got any regrets. And all the stuff that I did, and I did some stupid stuff in my 20s. I remember my dad sitting me down when I was about 23 and saying to me, oh, you know, now's the time to save some money and all this. And I was off my fucking face. So I didn't even, you know, I didn't listen. But actually it was those mistakes that taught me the best lessons. And actually the truth is, if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't be where I am now. So for example, in my 20s I was very unhealthy, probably from the age of about 19 until I started losing weight at 28. I was really unhealthy. I mean, I stuck some stuff in this body that would turn you white. Not some of the people I used to hang around with, that was perfectly normal, but some of the people I meet, yeah, it would turn you white. So I think from my point of view, being in that way and being a mess like that actually has brought me here. So I appreciate at 42, nearly 43, and I know I don't look it except for hair. I appreciate it a lot more. So I suppose the key thing is don't beat yourself up too much about the mistakes you made in the past, because it's quite easy to give advice to your younger self and say, oh, do this differently, do that differently, but actually you can only be here. So sometimes some of those mistakes were actually good. I mean, some of the stuff I did was ridiculous. I mean, I cringe sometimes when I think, but actually if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't be here, and I'm still learning. I learn every day. So I think the thing is, as long as you don't keep making the same mistakes, that's the key thing for me. Because a lot of people, particularly in my world, when it comes to weight loss, fitness, all that sort of stuff, they make the same mistakes over and over again. They go back to the same slimming clubs, they try the same diets, they go back to the same, you know, gym that they didn't like before and think that's going to work. So that's really my quote-unquote case in point advice, is if you look at these things as lessons, yeah, which they are, and you can only be where you are now, you can't be anywhere else, it's actually not that bad. So my advice to myself, if there's one thing I would change, it would be save some fucking money. But I can't go back and do that. So actually, I just think actually all that stuff that I did, there's no point going back and saying, oh, to try and be all woo-woo and beat myself up, whereas actually some of those lessons were great lessons, and they brought me where I am now. So there you go. So yeah, as always, don't forget, just drop us a like in down below, a love, a comment, a share, tag somebody in who you think might want to hear that, or drop us in the comments any sort of thoughts, or let me know how you're doing. And as always, if you want to get involved in our next virtual free trial for our bootcamp, our Women Only Bootcamp, all you need to do, comment below with free trial, and we can drop you in for a free 7-day pass. Have a good day.